Tension lingered in the air after the final whistle against Falkirk, the kind that follows a result nobody inside the Rangers camp expected. The afternoon had begun with confidence but ended with the manager visibly frustrated, his reaction offering a window into standards he believes are still far from being met. What unfolded behind the scenes in the moments after that draw has quickly become a talking point, not just for supporters, but for those watching how this squad responds under a demanding new regime. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Rangers boss Danny Rohl has headhunted a 22-year-old coach from his homeland to join his Ibrox revolution. German second-tier club SC Preußen Münster have confirmed that Tristan Steiner has left to join Rangers immediately after previously working with Rohl at Sheffield Wednesday. Steiner was a youth coach and a video analyst at his club, and will combine coaching and analysing games at Rangers under Rohl. Preußen Münster sports director Janis Hohenhovel said, "Last season, Tristan independently observed training sessions under Danny Rohl at Sheffield Wednesday. Here, he's been responsible for the strategic development of squad planning, scouting, training, and analysis. Tristan has a good sense of how Danny Rohl views his own game. As a manager, he was obviously keen to bring in someone like him. The opportunity arrived at short notice, and Tristan has taken advantage of it. It's a bitter pill to swallow to lose someone like him, but also an honour because someone from Preußen Münster has made this leap to a club as big as Rangers." Now, Danny Rohl was seen visibly frustrated after Rangers were held to a 0-0 draw at home to Falkirk this afternoon. A poor performance saw Rohl's men struggle to get a much-needed goal, resulting in points dropped in what could have been the start of a resurgence for the Ibrox club. Let's have a listen to what Danny Rohl had to say.
Danny, where did it go wrong for your side today?
Yeah, we couldn't score. I think this is a part of the story. I think we are not happy with the draw. We try and we want to do more, but there are also some reason why. Yeah, I think our decision making in some situations was not what we have to do, and this is a thing what we have to improve. At the end, then you come to some good situations, but the final pass in the final moment, it's tough. Yeah, and then you play a draw.
Sometimes when teams come here, you know, they sit in, play 11 men behind the ball, it's a low block and it's difficult to break down, but Falkirk came here and played today. Was it quite disappointing that you afforded them control of so much of that game today?
Well, I think I must say we controlled the game on my part. What we missed today, when I count our ball winning situation, our transition moments, there were minimum 4 or 5 situations where we could really the spaces, and then we couldn't find the right spaces. The best transition moment was when we had a big chance from Gassama, but there was minimum 3-4 more situations on where we could and should use this. We spoke about this before the game. Yeah, this is again also about decision making. We have to take it. We have to improve in this part, and hopefully we make the next steps.
Do you think today's perhaps further evidence that this squad needs a bit of help in January, and how much help do you think it needs to get to where you'd like the squad to be?
I think the first part is that we have until January a lot of games to go. Hopefully some players come back from injuries. Some players use the opportunity. Some players, yeah, they are trying and looking into finding the best performance out them. I support them, I will help them, I have to lift them, I have to be clear with them what we have to improve, and then we have to go again.
Just finally, the fans are making their frustrations clear at the end. Again, can you understand that?
Yeah, I think when I arrived here, I said this, yeah, the demanding is high up, it's about winning games. Today we couldn't win, and then of course they are disappointed. This is nothing new, we have to take it. We know, and when I look to my players, they are disappointed as well, and then we go again.
Before we get into our next story, if you are enjoying today's video and you would like to see more and stay updated with the latest Rangers news, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video. Thank you, let's get back into the video. The winds around Ibrox continue to shift, and few would be surprised if Danny Rohl begins quietly phasing out the remnants of Kevin Thelwell's recruitment drive. The club has already moved on from the former director, yet the players he brought through the door remain embedded in the matchday squad, lingering reminders of a turbulent chapter. Thelwell's stint was brief but chaotic. In a matter of months, he managed to oversee 2 shambolic managerial hiring processes, introduced family into the structure, and committed significant funds to signings who have offered little evidence they belong at Rangers, let alone in the Scottish Premiership. The ripple effects are still being felt, even as Rohl attempts to rebuild stability and momentum. The German coach initially walked away from talks following Russell Martin's dismissal, but his eventual arrival has provided a touch of order and a modest resurgence in league form. Still, the journey to bring him up the staircase at Ibrox was a prolonged and uneasy one, symbolic of the uncertainty that marked Thelwell's influence. Though the director has now departed, his transfer decisions linger, and their impact will stretch into January at the very least. That is precisely why Rangers have turned significant attention toward Freiburg's young left-back Berkay Yilmaz. The 20-year-old Turkey youth international is currently on loan at Nuremberg in the second Bundesliga, but Freiburg are reportedly prepared to recall him mid-season if a permanent sale materializes. A report in Germany indicated that Freiburg would need to cover a £260,000 fee to break the loan before seeking around £4.3 million to sell the player. Any movement for a left-back naturally directs focus toward Jayden Magoma, whose future at Ibrox feels increasingly fragile. Signed on a straight season-long loan, the Brentford defender has endured a tough adaptation to Scottish football. His domestic performances have been inconsistent, but it is in Europe where the concerns have multiplied. Rangers have lost all 4 games the Englishman has started in the Europa League. A stark contrast to the one match he didn't begin, the home meeting with Braga, which produced their only points of the qualifying stage. Whether the club can terminate the loan in January remains uncertain. Any early exit may require financial compensation to Brentford, yet it would also lighten the wage bill and free a space for Rohl to recalibrate his defensive structure. Yilmaz therefore emerges as a practical and attractive option. Depth on the left side of defence has been thin all season. Magoma remains the only natural specialist in that role, but his data, highlighted by SofaScore, paints a picture of a player struggling to find rhythm. Max Aarons has the versatility to cover the position, but he is fundamentally a right-back. Derek Cornelius and Dujon Sterling offer alternative emergency solutions, yet both are currently sidelined and naturally fit elsewhere on the pitch. Landing Yilmaz would bring balance and reliability, while keeping Magoma might simply preserve numbers until the summer. Yet the final call rests in Rohl's hands. If the new manager has properly given up on him, the loanee's return to Brentford could come sooner rather than later. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.